Hello and welcome to another Turing live code solving problems or problem solving live coding. So my name is Jose and I'm here today to help you to understand how to solve problems. Yeah, and the problem that we are gonna be solving today will be this problem. Yeah, what are your problem? Yeah. One. Okay, so let me fix the problems with the problem. 1 second. Yeah. Give me just 1 second, guys, and we will be there. There you go. Now you are seeing the problem. Hi Chayana, hi Shan, hi Promisey Mohola. Hello, how are you doing? Where are you from? The problem that we are gonna be solving today is this one. Yeah, container with most water. Hello Jose Silva. Hello everyone. Yeah, container with most water. So before we get started, I'd like to ask you guys, where are you from? So I'm tuning in from Montreal, Canada. Yeah. Where are you from? I'm monitoring the chat today. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. José Silva from Brazil. I'm also from Brazil, guys. Yeah. The problem that we are gonna be solving today is container with most water. It's not that easy problem to solve, right? But it's not that hard to. We have two possible solutions to solve this problem, and I'm walk you through in both solutions. Okay. So to get started, this I just wanna welcome everyone. Okay, and just let you guys know that I've read all the comments that you guys made in the chat in our previous live. Okay, and I just want to say that I heard you, and in this live I will try a different approach because I'm following your tips. Okay, and to be honest, that was great from your side that you guys gave me a lot of tips, and I'm here today to make it great for you. Okay, so without further ado, let's read the problem that we are going to be solving today. Okay, container with most water is a problem. It's a medium problem. Okay, and it has over 20 submissions, 20 likes. Okay, The problem description says you are given an integer array height of length n, right? We are given an integer array height of a length n. There is any vertical lines draw such that two endpoints of I, okay, line are I0 and I height n. So it's another problem that you might be asking how to solve that. There's two approach for that. I mean, there are many approach for that. I'm gonna show you a brute force approach, and also we'll show you a linear approach. Okay, so the lines are I0 and I height. So as you can see here in this image, okay, we have a bunch of lines and we need to calculate this blue area, okay, the blue area. So let's keep it reading. Find two lines that together with the x-axis from the container such that the container contains the most water. Yeah, was that what we just said? We need to calculate the area, okay? We need to calculate the area. And notes that you might not let the container. Yeah, what it means. So if I select the second, I will explain it later, okay? But what happened is we need to base our code on the smaller side, okay? Otherwise, the water will just be thrown out of the container. We cannot save it, okay? And then we are going just to throw water away, okay? The input that represent this graph here is the input height, okay? It's an array of integers and the value are 1, 8, 6, 2, 5, 4, 8, 3, and 2. And these value are represented by these lines, okay? And the answer, the output for this, the function must be 49 because this blue area, the amount of water that we can hold in this blue area is 49, and that's what I'm going to explain to you today, okay? And also they have the second example here where the height is 1 in the height of 1 and 1 and the output is 1, okay? Constraints, the height any is equal to the height of length, of course, and any is greater than 2, greater than 2 is small or equals to n, and n is equal or smaller than 10 of 5, okay? And 0 is smaller than height I, okay? The elements will be from 0 to 10 40, and then that's it from the problem. And what I did for you today, so I create this that will be my presentation for you, okay? I created this presentation based on your comments in the next in the previous live to explain the approach, okay? And then I will solve it, okay? So this is the problem that you will be facing today, containing with most water, and I just reproduce that in this presentation. The same inputs, the same outputs, the same explanation, okay? And how we calculate that. So the brute force approach will be we go for 2 loops, one loop inside another, and we will calculate how much we can get from there. And this approach is a linear approach. What I'm gonna show you with what we're gonna be doing today, okay? So what we need, so we are gonna get 2 endpoints, okay? How can I say, 2 pointers, okay? We need to work with a slide window as we did in our previous live, okay? And for that, I'm gonna hold the value of the left side and the value of the right side, and we need to base our calculation in the smaller numbers, right? So here we have the mean value between 1 and 7, it's 1. So we're gonna base our calculation in this value, 1, okay? And what we need to do, we need to calculate the number of steps between the 2 index, okay? And to calculate that is the distance between 2 index from 1 and 7 is the absolute value from the index, the left, minus the index of the right. So the index of 1 in this case is 0 because 1 is in the first item in the array, and 7 is in the last one. It's in the last item. So it's you can do it by two things. You can do 8 minus 0 will be equals to 8, or you can do 0 minus 8, which also will be 8. Okay, and what else? To calculate the amount of water that we can hold in this container, we need to get the mean value, in that case is 1, and multiply by the numbers of steps. Okay, and then after we have this amount, it will be 8. 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, we are gonna hold this in one variable because we need to get the max value, right? With the max value, we need to keep tracking the counter, okay, the sum. And then the key point for this, it's in red here, is we need to decide which pointer we need to move, okay? And for this one, we need to move the pointer that has the less value, okay? Between 7 and 1, we need to move 1. So we're gonna move 1. Oh, yeah, we're gonna move 1 to the right side, okay? And then the next slide, we will have 7 and 8, okay? And 7 and 8. And if we follow these tips, the height, the mean number is 7, okay? The mean value is 7. And then the steps from 8 to 7 is 7, because 8 is in the the second position, which is the index 1, and 7 is still in the last position with the index 8, right? And then we have the mean value will become 7. The number of steps also will be 7, because 1 minus 8 or 8 minus 1, if you get the absolute value on that, will be 7. And the 7 plus 7 is the amount of water that we can hold on here. It's 49. And before that we had 8. Okay, and then we need to calculate the max of 8, and between 8 and 49, it's 49. So now my max amount of water will be 49. Okay, and then the key point, what we need to move next. We need to decide which element we need to move, right? And as I previously mentioned, we need to move the element with the smaller value. So we have 8 and 7. We need to move 7. And as 7 is in the right side, we need to push back 7 to the previous element. So the next element that we are going to calculate will be 8 and 3. And then it's the total of amount of water that it can hold. Okay, between 8 and 3, the minimum value is 3. The distance between 8 and 3 is 6, and 3 times 6 is 18. And the maximum amount of water that we had before is 49, and now we have 18. We are gonna to ignore that. Okay, keep tracking the highest value. And then who should we move? We should move 3, right? Because 3 is the smaller value. So then we move 3 back to the previous element. And then we have this 8 and 8, right? 8 and 8, the mean value is 8, and the distance between this index is 5. And then we have 8 times 5 is equal to 45, and then we have previous we had 45. Now we have 40. Oh, so previous had 49, then we have 45, and 45 wins this battle, and then we keep tracking 45, keep saving 45. And we have a tie, and we move the left side, okay? The left side or the right side, you can decide. But let's move the left side, and then we're gonna move 6, and then the amount of water is 24. If you move again, the amount of water is 6, because why 6? 6 is because we are holding on the smaller value, right? If we put more water than we can support, this water will throws out, and then it's naturally will hold only this amount, okay? Because it's not a triangle, this is a you can call it a bucket, right? And then we have 6 before we had 49. Before 49, 6, keep holding 49. And then we have these 5 and 8. The amount of water that we can hold here is 10, right? And then keep tracking 49. And then the last one is 12. And we have 49. 49 is the winner. We should return 49, okay? And just a quick recap. Okay, wow. I'm seeing a lot of messages in the chat, guys. Before the recap, let me talk to you. Coursera is a good platform. Hi, I'm from India. Let's see. Let's see. Hello from Malawi, Africa. Hey, Promise, how are you doing? I'm Ahmed. He's from Nigeria. I'm Ahmed from Nigeria. Bruno Lopes from Brazil. José Silva, what about the water in Montreal? The weather in Montreal is getting cold today, right? Yeah, it started snowing and I'm so happy because I love going snowboarding. That's what I'm gonna do in the next month, I promise. Okay, hi, I solved this one recently. Okay, Ashish solved it recently. I'm doing algo question in my spare time these days. This is great. Keep doing that, man. Joseph Silva, how often are you doing this kind of lives? Thank you, Turing. All right, so we are planning go live once a week. Okay, once a week with coding challenge. Is that good for you, or will you want to have 2? We can do 2, right, Alina? Oh yeah, we can do 2. All right, so what else? Dinesh is okay. How can someone learn data structure and algorithm structurally and also lead code challenge? Coursera is a good platform, yes. I'm from India. Dinesh from India. Lois Solis. Also, can you practice in? Yes. Prepare to your interview. Yeah. All right, guys. Hello from Costa Rica. Hello from India. Hello from Colombia. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are here. And yeah, give me just 1 minute because I need to plug my computer. Yes, and now I'm back. All right, so a quick recap. Let's do a quick recap here before we go and write the solution, okay? So, there is some noise here. Let me move it out. Yeah, remove the noise. Okay, so all right, so let's do a quick recap, okay, before we go and write the code. So basically what we need to do is we need to get the mean value between the 2 numbers, right? And then we need to calculate the steps. We need to get the mean number between the values, calculate these steps, and then we need to keep tracking the highest value, right? And when you see this, what kind of variable we need here? I see already we need 1 variable to calculate to hold the left index. We need 1 variable to hold the index, the second index, right? The left and right. And we need 1 variable to hold the number of steps that we're gonna need. Also, we need 1 variable to keep tracking the highest value. Okay, and so let's check the solution. Okay, let's check the solution. All right, let's check the solution. All right, let's write the solution. Okay, I have 2 solutions to write for you today. One is using brute force, and then you see how easy it is, right? How easy it is if you go for a brute force approach. Okay, let's start in writing the brute force approach. All right. need to calculate the area. For a brute force approach, we need to calculate the area only. Okay, so I will get one variable here, let area. All right, then what I'm gonna start with is 0. Okay, this will be the amount of water that we are gonna hold. Okay, all right, so, and then after we have this, we can go for a for loop here. We can go for a for loop from 0 to the total elements. Okay, then I will create one variable here, another variable that to hold the length of height. Okay, it will receive it's equals to height dot length. Okay, and then we have the length of height here. We have one variable to hold the max value. Okay, and what else? We need one for loop here that I'm going through once all elements. So let's start this. Let I equals to 0, and then what? And then I will be less than length, right? And then I'll increment I one by one, right? This is a regular for loop. And what we need to do here, right? What's the second for loop? Okay, let's go. The second for loop, oops, yes, sorry, I. All right, the second for loop will be almost the same. Is J, right? You are writing J all the time. So J will start from I, and then J will be less. J will be less than length 2, right? And this is our brute force approach. And then I'll say J plus plus. And guys, so I've seen this approach so many times. Okay, I've seen this approach so many times during the coding interviews. Okay, if it is your approach, you can just say, yeah, go for it, go for this approach, but try to, once you go for it, once you solve the problem, try to improve it. Okay, so and then what I need to do here, it's the same that we is this screen weird? It's okay, right? Let's see. Okay, now it's good, right? Yeah, the most water. Okay, yeah. And then what you need to do, as I show you in the presentation. Okay, let me go back to the presentation and show you what we need to do. We need first, okay, we need to get the mean value. How do we get the mean value? The mean value will be const mean will be we can do math here. Math dot mean, right? Between who? Between height I and height J. So I have height I, I have height I and height J, and then I have the mean value, right? And once we get the mean value, what do we need to do next? In the presentation says we need to calculate the steps, right? We need to calculate the steps between J and I. And how we do that? Let's create here const steps. Steps will be, we're gonna use math again. Math.abs, right? Who? I minus J. Are you guys following this? Yeah? Yeah? Following? All right, great. So now we have the number of steps. Steps will be ABS I minus J, okay? What else we need to do? We need to calculate the area now. The area, so the presentation says the area is the the total amount that we can hold today is the mean value, okay, times steps. Let's go for it. Amount, let's see, amount, another variable, const amount will be mean times steps, right? Mean times steps. And then what else? I need to update area. And to update area will be who? Who's the max again? Let's use max again. Max.max. Oops. Max, who? Myself, area, and amount, okay? And let's see if it will solve the problem. Once in this, once again, we need to return who? Area. We need to return area. Yeah, this is the brute force approach, okay? But let's now improve our solution and make it linear, okay? Let's restart this. Let's make it linear, all right? So as I mentioned before, we need we need one variable to hold the left side. So let's do that. Left index A, okay? And index A will start from 0. Yeah, index A will start from 0. Then we need one variable to get the length, right? So let's do another one. Let index B, which will be equals to who? Height dot length minus 1, because we are working with the value, not with the index, right? What else? Let's initialize another variable to hold the area, okay? Let area again. Area will start with 0, right? And then we have all kind of the same variable that we have there, and the difference now is rather than a for loop inside a for loop, we're gonna use a while here, and this while will be will run until index A, right? Until index A is less than index B. Index A is less than index B. That's our base case, right? And then to calculate the mean, we did that, and then we do that again, right? Const mean will receive math dot mean. Oops. That dot math dot means this is the linear approach, okay? Math dot mean who? Math dot mean height. Oops. Height index A and height index B, right? The same that we did before, but before we use A, we use I and G, okay? And then we have our mean here. And then what else? We need to calculate the number of steps. How will we do that? Steps, right? We create our steps. And then the steps could be index B minus index A, okay? Or it could be math dot ABS. I'm pretty much sure all language has this ABS function that will return the absolute value, right? And then ABS who? Index A, index B, right? I need this. ABS, index A, and index B. Next step, what we need. So we have the mean value, we have the number of steps. The next step that we need is calculate the area, right? To calculate the area, let's create a constant here to calculate const, to calculate the candidate, okay? Let's say candidate area. So I have a candidate area that will receive what? A mean times step, right? Steps, yeah, what we did before, same thing, but now it's a linear solution, right? And then what? We need to update our area. Area will receive who? Math dot max, because we need to track the highest value. Math max. What from who? From myself area and the candidate area. I'll copy and paste. Yeah, and then we need to calculate the yeah, that's it, I guess. What else? We need now to decide, okay, who we are gonna move, and we are gonna move. So if we don't need a if for that. We can say something like height A or height index A, because we are checking the left side. If the left side, remember when you go in the presentation when said, let me go back in the presentation. So remember here that we said we need to increase the value of the small value. All right, that's what we're gonna be doing now. Okay, we have if height A less or equal to height index B. So if, oops, I'm terrible today with my keyboard. Yeah, and so if this guy is less the index B, I'll update who? I have to update index A. Then I say index A plus plus, right? Index A plus plus, and then index B minus minus, okay? Because index B needs to grow from the right to the left. And then what we need to return here? From here we need to return area again, okay? Return area. And let's see how it goes. Okay, let's see. I hope we can not get any issue today. Yeah. Okay, it's not working. It's returning 0 in expected 49. Why? Let's see. APS mean. Let's now debug it. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you how to debug this. To debug this, we will need 4 variables. Okay, to debug this, we will need to check 4 variables. We need to check our left side. We need to check our right side. We need to check the candidate area, and also we need to check area. So we need to check if they are working as expected. Okay, so let's print this. All right, so let's print this console.log. Okay, let's do mean steps. Who else? Candidate area and who? Area. I'm terrible with my keyboard today. Let's go. So, and then I'll break, because that's you need to do. Okay, let's do one by one and break this. Let's see the value that we get here. Run code. This is the test case. All right, it's not getting our index. Okay, index A 0. Okay, this one type on here. Oops. Yeah, and let's see what we get now. All right, now it's getting in, right? And then let me comment these 2 lines and see if it is working. Yeah, it's working, right? Let's go to the chat. Yeah, I see Joseph Silva saying a motto for a mean value number steps. Yeah. All right, so guys, I would like to hear from you today, okay? Our first approach was a n-square solution, right? look into this approach. What is, okay, this question you will get a lot. Let you see me bigger. And this question you will see a lot in an interview, okay? If you want to get a job, you will need to answer this correctly, okay? All right, I'm gonna follow the chat. What is the time complexity for this function? Hito, José Silva, Lois, what's the time complex for this function? Is it linear? Is it log n? Is it n square? Right? It's linear, right? Because we are going one by one, right? We go to the, okay, we have 2 pointers, all right? So we have 2 pointers here, and then we move one and decide to move the other one, right? We are not doing nested loops. We are not doing while true here that could run forever if you want. Okay, this is linear, right? So yeah, so this is the video. This is the live by today. Okay, I would like to thank you everyone for being here today. And so I would like to hear from the comments which problem you want to get solved by our next live. Okay, please, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this content, like this video and subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed already. Okay, and I hope I see you all guys, all of you, in the next live. Okay, leave a message in the comment what problem you want to be solved in the next live. I promise you we're gonna solve it. Okay, all right, could you please solve some problems using trees? Yeah, what else? When will be the next live? The next live will be next week. Okay, we're going to decide which day will be that, but I recommend you hit the bells, subscribe, like this content, because when you go live you'll be notified. Okay, as that said, that's a wrap. Thank you for being sticking to the end. I hope to see you all again. Okay, take care.